Now, welcome into my NBA Power Rankings. And before I break down all 30 teams in the NBA and talk about where I think they'll fall, I want you guys to let me know who you think the team to beat is this year. Maybe it's the Lakers, maybe it's the Clippers, maybe it's the Bucks. Let me know in the comment section who you got as the best team in the NBA. Let's start with the worst team in the NBA, the Oklahoma City Thunder. I had them in my Power Rankings last time at number 30. I'm keeping them at number 30. No major change right there, followed by the Cleveland Cavaliers at 29. Look, I like Garland and Sexton as a young duo. I love Isaac Okoro as their past draft pick. They're not going to get much better. But a little shakeup here in my Power Rankings. A team that I think has taken a little step back, the Sacramento Kings. In fact, I heard they didn't have a great training camp practice recently, and you don't usually hear that come out of training camp. And when that surfaces, you're in trouble, just like I think Luke Walton's job should be. At 27, I got the New York Knicks. Yes, better than some expect. Some think they'll be the worst team in the NBA. I'm not ready to go that far. I think they'll be a fun team to watch. I'm excited to watch Frank Ntilikina take a step forward. I think Obi Toppin is going to be one of the best rookies in the NBA. I like RJ Barrett. I like Mitchell Robinson. I hope Dennis Smith Jr. takes a step in the right direction. The Knicks at 27, not making the playoffs, but they're moving in the right direction. At 26, I got the San Antonio Spurs. I love Devin Vassell. That was a great draft pick by them. I like DeJounte Murray. But if I'm the Spurs, I am selling DeMar DeRozan and LaMarcus Aldridge down the river for as many draft picks as I can at this point because I don't think they want to win anymore. I think they want to take it out and start getting into that top 5 of the draft lottery. And speaking of the draft lottery, I want to know who you guys think will be the number 1 pick in 2021. Pretty soon here, I'm going to be doing my 2021 NBA mock draft from Chat Sports. And when I do that, I want your input. I want you guys to let me know who you think should be the number 1 pick. For me, it's my Oklahoma State boy, Cade Cunningham. At 25, I got the Detroit Pistons. If they're healthy and if they're actually trying to win with Blake Griffin and Derrick Rose, sure, I think they could be better and make the playoffs eventually. But I don't think they want to be better. Trust in Killian Hayes. Trust in Sekou Doumbouya. Trust in Jeremy Grant. Just go young and tank it out. At 24, I got the Chicago Bulls, Kobe White, Lauri Markkanen, Wendell Carter Jr., Zach LaVine. That's a fun young team. I love that they took a swing on Patrick Williams with the 4th overall pick. I think they're moving in the right direction, but again, another team that needs one more year of tanking before they're ready to compete. At 23, I dropped down on the Charlotte Hornets a little bit. I listened to what you guys were saying in the comment section because I had them, I think, all the way up at 18 last time, and that was a little bit high. I understand. But look, Gordon Hayward and LaMelo Ball, that's a fun duo. I'm excited to see what P.J. Washington turns into. But at the end of the day, they don't really have a true big man. And I think that's going to hurt them throughout the regular season. At 22, Karl-Anthony Towns, D'Angelo Russell. That's a fun duo in the Minnesota Timberwolves. Not to mention Anthony Edwards and Jarrett Culver. I could be too low on them. I will happily admit that I could be proven very wrong about this team. This is one team that I'm lower on than some, and I could be proven wrong here soon when the season starts. At 21, the Orlando Magic, they were the 7th seed last year. They could do it again, I guess, but this is just a super meh team. And, I'm excited to see what Chuma Okeke can do. I'm excited to see Cole Anthony in that lineup, but no Jonathan Isaac all year. That's going to hurt him. But you know what won't hurt you right now is going to this link, chatsports.com/NBA mask, and getting your favorite team mask today. Because when you do that, it helps us out, and it helps our partners out at Fanatics, but it also helps you out by getting a great deal. You can get these NBA face masks in packs of 1, 2, 3, or 4 in whatever team you choose to rep on a daily basis. I mean, you got to wear one wherever you go at this point, so you might as well wear one that has your favorite team on it at chatsports.com/NBA mask. Moving to the top 20, at 20, the Memphis Grizzlies, who nearly snuck into the Western Conference playoff race, but I think they're going to do a James Harden and take a step back here a little bit because they traded away all their veterans. They're younger, but that's okay. They're moving in the right direction. At 19, one team not moving in the right direction are the Houston Rockets. They traded away Russell Westbrook. Now they're relying on an injured John Wall. PJ Tucker doesn't want to be there anymore. James Harden definitely doesn't want to be there anymore. They're not going to be good, guys. I got them in at 19. At 18, the Atlanta Hawks. This is a team that I really will enjoy watching play. Trae Young, John Collins, Cam Reddish, DeAndre Hunter, Onyeka Okongwu, Clint Capella. That's a fun team. Not to mention Bogdan Bogdanovic and Danilo Gallinari and Rajon Rondo. I mean, that's 9 solid players in their rotation already, and I'm probably forgetting some more. I've got them in at number 18. And I think this is the team that really took the biggest step forward in the NBA this offseason. Which team do you think it was? Was it Atlanta? Maybe it was Phoenix, another team that took a step in the right direction. or maybe it was somebody else. Let me know which team you think took the biggest step in the right direction in the comment section. At 17, I got the New Orleans Pelicans. Look, the Pelicans are another team that took another step up, right? They still have J.J. Redick. They went out and they brought in Eric Bledsoe. They bring in Steven Adams as well. They had a good draft and going out and getting Kyra Lewis Jr. Zion Williamson's going to be healthy. And Brandon Ingram, second-year All-Star potentially. I got them in at 17. At 16, the Washington Wizards. They go out and they get Russell Westbrook. And, hey, good for DC for making that move. I personally have always been a Russell Westbrook hater. But now that he's in Washington, all of a sudden, I don't know why, but I want to cheer for him. I want to see him, Bradley Beal, Deni Avdija, and Rui Hachimura succeed in DC, and I think they have a good chance to do so. I've got them in at 16. At 15, the Indiana Pacers. I love Malcolm Brogdon, and I love Victor Oladipo, but I don't know what their front court situation is going to look like. Miles Turner, Domantas Sabonis, does one of them get moved? Does one of them stay? I don't know where they're going, but right in the middle of the pack, I think that's an appropriate ranking for the Pacers. At 14, here we go. Another team that took the right step in the right direction. The Phoenix Suns. They go out and they get Chris Paul. They went out and they drafted Jalen Smith, who, we can argue all day about where they took him, but they got him at number 10. They made a lot of other good moves in getting Jay Crowder. They went out and they signed Langston Galloway. I like what Phoenix is doing. They're in at 14 for me. At 13, the Golden State Warriors, and they would probably be top 5 if they had a little man named Klay Thompson, but they don't, and that's a big-time loss. I like Kelly Oubre. I like Andrew Wiggins. I like James Wiseman, but they're just young and unproven. I'm hoping Steph has a bounce-back MVP year, but we'll just have to see. In at 12, the Toronto Raptors. I guess the Tampa Bay Raptors is what they're going to be for the beginning of this season. Some people still want to put them top 10, but losing Serge Ibaka and Marc Gasol is going to hurt them. I know they got Aaron Baines, and everybody loves Aaron Baines, but I don't think it's enough to move them into my top 10. I like Lowry. I like Pascal Siakam. I love OG Anunoby. We'll see where they go. I got them at 12. Just outside my top 10, the Utah Jazz in at number 11, and I've gotten a little bit higher on this team as of late because when you think about the veteran leadership in Mike Conley, Bojan Bogdanovic, and Joe Ingles mixed with the youth of Donovan Mitchell and Rudy Gobert, this is a team that could wreak some havoc in the Western Conference if they're healthy. Getting to the top 10 here, Portland, I think that's a team that made some great moves, getting Derrick Jones Jr., going out and getting Harry Giles and Robert Covington. I love what Portland did here by building around Damian Lillard and hopefully getting a little bit healthier. Now, if you like my list, or maybe even if you just hate my list, whatever you want to do, give me a hate like or a love like by hitting that thumbs up down below. I want to see how many likes I can get on this video. If you're an NBA fan, if you love the NBA, and you like what we're doing here at Chat Sports, like this video, and we'll keep the NBA videos coming. At 9, the Philadelphia 76ers. They made some right moves as well. They added more floor spacing. We'll see if the Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid experiment continues to work. But I love the addition of Danny Green, Seth Curry, and even Dwight Howard off the bench. I think they're moving in the right direction, but it's all about what Doc Rivers plans to do with Ben and Embiid. At 8, the Boston Celtics with Kemba Walker, Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum. They went out and they added Tristan Thompson, but they did lose Gordon Hayward for next to nothing. That's a team that, if they're healthy, they could be higher, but the problem is Kemba Walker's going to be missing about the first month of the season. At 7, the Dallas Mavericks. Luka Doncic, a healthy Kristaps Porzingis, a newly added Josh Richardson, Dorian Finney-Smith. I love this team. You guys already know that. And you can subscribe today to youtube.com/allthingsmavs for more in-depth analysis of the Dallas Mavericks. At 6, I got the Miami Heat. And man, you could argue they could be worthy of a top 5, placement here, but Jimmy Butler, Bam Adebayo, that's a fun team right there, especially Tyler Hero and Duncan Robinson all going in the right direction as 2 young players. I got Miami in at number 6. Now, I kind of want to ask a bit of a personal question here. Did your team, your personal team, get better or worse this offseason? Type B for better, type W for worse. So, if you're an Oklahoma City Thunder fan, your team got a lot worse. If you're an Atlanta Hawks fan, your team got a lot better. Let me know in the comment section. Type B for better, type W for worse. Whichever way your team went, whatever direction they went, get in the comment section and let me know how they did. Let's get into the top 5 here with the Denver Nuggets. Nikola Jokic, Jamal Murray. 2 just star players already in Denver. I think this team is moving at an incredible pace with the age they're at. They are still so young and still have so much room to grow. Now, the only problem and the only question mark I have with Denver is what does their defense look like? Jeremy Grant's gone. Paul Millsap is back. Michael Porter Jr. is going to be healthy. Maybe Bol Bol is able to make an immediate impact. But defensively, Denver has a little bit of a ways to go, and I just don't know how badly that could affect them. At 4, the Brooklyn Nets. And this is a team where everything, and I mean everything, depends on health. The health of two guys, Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving. Kyrie Irving's shoulder injury kind of scares me every once in a while, but it's really all about KD's Achilles injury. What version of Kevin Durant are they going to get? Is it going to be, an MVP level player? Is it going to be a top 25 level player? Does he fall off completely? I'm just not sure, but I like what Brooklyn's doing, and I think, if they're healthy, they are easily deserving of this top 4 spot. In at 3, you probably know how this top 3 is going to go, but I got the Clippers in here now. Look, Ty Lue is the new head coach. I'm interested to see how he leads them. If they can keep the drama off the court, then they're going to be just fine. If drama comes creeping in by the time the postseason rolls around, they could be in a lot of trouble. And in all honesty, it could be championship or bust for the Clippers this year. I'm about to get into my top 2 teams, which includes 2 of the 4 players you see listed right here. These 4 are the most likely. They have the best odds to win MVP in 2021. Who do you think wins it? LD for Luka Doncic, SC for Steph Curry, LBJ for LeBron James, or, of course, you guessed it, GA for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Now, you already know who this number 2 team is about to be. It's going to be the one that has Giannis Antetokounmpo on their team, the Milwaukee Bucks, who really, I think, took major steps in the right direction as well with Drew Holiday. They added Bryn Forbes, Torrey Craig, Bobby Portis, DJ Augustine off the bench as well. And, the thing with the Bucks is that it's never about the regular season. They are always, always, always reliable in the regular season. But the playoffs are a whole nother question, and their power ranking could change come playoff time. And in at number 1, you already knew who it was going to be, the Los Angeles Lakers. They're the defending NBA champions for a reason, and they've only gotten better. They added Marc Gasol, they added Montrezl Harrell, they added Dennis Schroeder, and they added Wesley Matthews. It's a really darn good team, and they only got better. Now, maybe you hate my power rankings. Maybe you loved them. However you felt about them, you can find me on Twitter at Jimmy_Crowther and tell me about it. Or you can just get down in the comments section and give me a grade. A, B, C, D, or F. And F would be, Jimmy, you hated on my team, so I hate you. And A would be, hey, you loved my team a little bit more than I did. I'm giving you an A. Let me know in the comments section.